This is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. My guest today, backed by popular demand, is Chef Naomi Hendrix from Raw Fresno. We recently had a wonderful meetup. If you're anywhere in the Placer County or Sacramento County area, please consider joining my meetup. It's absolutely free. It's called Healthy Living in Lincoln with Chef AJ. We have wonderful events, conferences, potlucks, all kinds of fun stuff. And Naomi drove here all the way from Fresno, which is probably like a 3-hour drive. And she brought some of the most amazing food, which we're going to taste on the show today. Look at these desserts. I'm going to plate them and taste them. They are vegan. They are raw. There is no refined sugar in them. I cannot wait to taste them, as well as some of her savory foods, which I've been waiting now to try. And we'll tell you all about these. People said, well, where can I get them here? And she said, well, you can order. I had no idea she ordered, or she took orders that she can mail you. And she's also going to show you a recipe, how to make a cassava flour, not a flour, a cassava flour tortilla. Please welcome her to the show. Hi, nice to see you again. And thanks so much for coming to the meetup.
Oh, it was so fun. We had a great time, didn't we? It was really a good time.
Well, the band was so great, and we're going to come back in January. So hopefully you can come back to that one too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The band was the best, man. I think we were the first ones on the dance floor, weren't we? We had a great time dancing away.
It really was a lot of fun. Yeah. So I had no idea. I've never been to your restaurant because, to be honest, I've never been to Fresno, but I had no idea you shipped. How can one ship such perishable, beautiful desserts or food in general?
Well, we use dry ice. That's, pure and simple, especially if it's in California. It's really simple to ship overnight and in an insulated bag or insulated box. And they come out perfectly. I've shipped all over to New York, to Connecticut, I believe I've sent it all over the United States.
But the
And
thing
it's
is,
turned out perfect.
these are so delicate and so beautiful. And you don't know how hard it was for me to keep these in the freezer since I saw you, knowing you were coming on the show. How can you ship them and they even come out like they come to your house just like this?
I know they do. It's amazing. Yeah, we're very delicate about how we put it in. And so it's packaged so everything comes out so beautiful and delicious. I can't wait to see you try it. I think I see there the
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll hold
oh,
each one up and you'll tell our viewers what it is. But I'm curious, how long does it take once somebody orders? How long does it take to get there? And especially if they want it for the holidays?
It could take, we like to do it like 2 to 3 days. So absolutely, they can order tomorrow and it would be there today. Tomorrow's Wednesday, I believe, by Friday or Saturday at the latest.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I want to taste these, but I also want to save some for Charles. But let's go over what these guys, aren't these beautiful? So let's go. What is this little ball here?
That is a coconut bite, I believe. Oh, no. You know what? I didn't send you coconut because you're allergic to chocolate and it had cacao nibs in it. So this is a pumpkin bite.
Okay,
so that's just like, yeah, pumpkin. And then the next one, that's a cinnamon roll.
I want to taste them in, like, if there's like a less sweet to a sweet. This almost looks like a pecan roll or a caramel roll.
Yeah, it is a caramel on top, the caramel dressing. It's a cinnamon roll.
Oh, it's a cinnamon roll. And this
Yeah.
you're saying is this one looks like a real cupcake.
Carrot cupcake. See the little carrot on top? Look at how cute that little carrot is on top.
This stuff is so beautiful. And this looks like some kind of a lemon bar.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I sent you all the ingredients on those so you could put those in the show notes.
Okay, I can do that. But first, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So what I'm going to do, this is so fun. I've done a few tastings on the show. So this is the pumpkin ball.
Okay.
I want to save some for Charles. So luckily,
cut it in half.
I'm so glad we're doing this after lunch and not, like at 8 o'clock in the morning, when it would be too early for dessert. So let's just try this first. Right. Okay.
Isn't that lovely?
It's not too sweet either.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That's
the least sweet. Sorry.
It's the least sweet, but I like it because I like things less sweet. Do I detect like buckwheat in this?
No, there's no buckwheat in That's the persimmon or the pomegranate or
I
I'm
love
sorry.
it, and it's delicious. Okay. Next, we're gonna go with the
Cinnamon rolls. Yeah, cut
cinnamon
that in
roll.
half. You know how I do that? I cut 5 or 6 pieces out of that. Little tiny slivers and
Right,
slices.
because it's dense, so you don't need that much.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the cinnamon roll. First, I'll taste the bottom.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we
Mm,
dehydrate that overnight. It's
this
so
is
amazing.
delicious, guys.
Thank
If
you.
you live near Fresno,
And then with that caramel topping, it just goes over the top. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
I love it because it's sweet, but not sickly sweet.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cool. Thank you.
It's so fun being me right now. All right. Of the
It's so
lemon
fun
and the
being
carrot.
me.
Of the lemon and the carrot, which should I taste first?
Oh, I think you should try the carrot cake first because
Okay.
it's going to be less sweet than the lemon
Right.
bar.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I mean,
It is so,
these are
it's
just
so fun.
absolutely beautiful desserts. Just the presentation. Okay, here's a little piece of the carrot cake. Oh my God. It's not a cream cheese frosting, but it's,
Mm-mm. It's a cashew.
yeah. Mm, the cake is yum yum. All right. Last,
Cool.
certainly not least, is the lemon bar. Charles is going to have a great time tonight. Actually, there's company coming for dinner, so they can all taste these. Okay, here's the lemon bar.
Mm.
Mm. Oh wow. Mm. It's really lemony, which is what a lemon bar should be. I mean,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Nobody would know that these are raw, that these are vegan, that these are healthy. You could serve these to your company. I mean, especially, I
Mm-hmm.
would say the lemon bar and the carrot cake because they're less dense, and people are looking for that light and fluffy stuff around the holidays. And if they order, is there like a menu to look at, or do you have specials, or how does that work?
I do have a dessert menu. I need to put that out. I haven't advertised that big, beautiful menu, but we do have it. And these are like $7 a piece. They're very inexpensive, but well worth it. The tiramisu you haven't seen. Oh, I have some other
Ooh.
desserts here I could show you. I didn't
Yeah,
bring
show
you
show us
any.
all of your desserts.
Yeah, I didn't bring you any of the chocolate things because,
Yeah,
you
well, it's
don't do
not that I'm
chocolate.
allergic, but I get migraines from chocolate. I mean, I would love to be able to eat it, but
So this is a cheesecake. This is called chocolate crunch. So we do have the sprouted buckwheat, and I sent you the description of all this. Can you see that chocolate buckwheat on top of the? Oh, it's so beautiful and it's so
and that
delicious.
that looks like a nice sized piece. That looks like a very generous slice.
Yeah. So we make them in a 9-inch deep dish pie pan. I'll show you. So you could purchase a whole pie for $32 for this size. It's a deep dish 9-inch. And then we just, cut them from there. So it gives us that size. And then this is our persimmon square. It's a persimmon square with a lemon glaze. And that's a seasonal thing because we do everything that's in season, obviously. And then, of course, our German chocolate cupcake with the little pecan on top. These are $6 each, little cupcakes. I mean, sorry, 7, not 6. And then here's another chocolate birthday cake. Looks just like a regular chocolate birthday cake. And we have some mini versions, mini, small ones that we can send also if you wanted just the little mini bites. And they turn out really great for a company. We have people come in, buy 24 or 50 of them for an event. But this is the tiramisu. This is my favorite. A large tiramisu bar. These are $10 each.
What is your
And
most popular one?
The most popular, I think, is the tiramisu and then our cheesecakes. We have different flavors. This is chocolate crunch, but we have pomegranate, pumpkin, and cafe Rio. And then we do have these little cute little Swiss rolls. We call them a Swiss cake or Swiss roll.
Those look like ho-hos.
Yeah, I call them ho-ho too. That's what I always say. They're so cute.
Did you go to culinary school?
I did. I went to Living Light Institute.
Hey, me too, but my stuff isn't that good. What year did you go?
We talked about this before. I can't even remember the year. But you know what? I learned all the foundation of raw. And when I hired a person that works here now with me, she went to school, high school with me. Her name's Susan, and she is an artist. And I have given her just full carte blanche to make beautiful, beautiful food, beautiful desserts. So after training her to create raw, because she's never done raw food at all or any raw desserts in her whole life, but I trained her to do that. And then I said, okay, it's up to you. Make beautiful food for us. So our desserts are beautiful because of her. She is an artist and it's perfect. So these, oh, go ahead.
The reason I asked you what year, not everybody saw the last show that we did, but also the year that I went, they hadn't brought out their pastry class yet.
Mm.
And then they started teaching pastries.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't remember the year. I'm not good at that. I don't think about time.
Oh, that's okay. I was just curious if you went before or after me. I went in 2003.
I think after.
Okay.
Yeah, because it had the desserts. I did desserts there.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's so lovely to have for some people to come and we could fill up like a whole little thing or a box of these little tiny miniature ones. And oh, people love that. And like you said, they just don't know that it's vegan or they don't know it's healthy. They don't need to know because it's just really delicious and good for them.
Well, you also gave me some other like non-sweet or less sweet snacks. Like, do you sell these dehydrated persimmons?
Yes, we do. Because they're in season right now, I actually pick those trees and bring them and slice them and put them in the dehydrator and we ship those out. And those are so quick and easy. We can put those in an envelope and ship those.
I'm going to try one.
Okay, cool.
And they're not crunchy.
They're chewy, huh?
Yeah, they're soft. Good.
Cool. Like fruit leather.
What should I try? This is like the funnest show. What should I try first? The handcrafted granola or the dehydrated crackers?
Well, either one is perfect and delicious. So if it's the cracker, that's the cracker. So
yeah, probably the granola first, right? Because it's more sweet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is what it looks like, guys. This is what it looks like. It's really big. Wow, super crunchy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so we put our walnut butter on this.
Oh my God.
And then I'll show you. This is our little setup right here. So we have our fresh walnut butter that we make in the food processor, just dried sprouted walnuts that we just put in the food processor and it's fabulous. And then we have a squirt bottle of blackstrap molasses because it's great for iron. And so many women these days need extra iron and they don't know how to get it in their body. And I tell them every day, do one little spoonful of blackstrap molasses.
Wow. This is quite delicious. Do you use the Excalibur dehydrator or a different one?
We have a gigantic one that I bought. Are you ready? From Living Light Institute. This is our big gigantic. It's 40 down here and 20 on the bottom and 20 on the top. That is
a commercial dehydrator. Do you ever dehydrate wraps like Lissa from Raw Food Romance and then serve the raw?
Yeah, absolutely. I have.
These have kelp in them. So these are the crackers. This is more savory than sweet, I believe.
Yeah, and they taste different every time because we do a little bit of ingredients that are just different. Whatever we have extra that's left over, like soup. If we have a chipotle soup left, then we'll put that in as the liquid with the sunflower seeds and the pumpkin seeds
This stuff
and
is
flax.
this would make this stuff for sure. You wouldn't need to ship in dry ice, and this would make great gifts
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
holiday.
Those are the best. So when I go up to my tiny house on the weekends, I always take these bags full of these things. So we always have all my kind of food. There's another savory item that I have that we can ship also. It's called a Verger, Verger. It's my recipe, my creation of a gourmet burger. And so it's called a burger. And it's a patty that is dehydrated and it's made and it tastes like kind of like meat. It's a meat substitute. So it's with mushroom stems and savory flavors. And so we could sell bags of these and ship these in those little bags too. And they're excellent.
Wow.
No ice.
If people want to come in person, when is the restaurant over?
Open. The restaurant is open from 7 in the morning till 2 p.m., Monday through Friday. And then Saturdays, we're open from 11 in the morning till 4 p.m. We're closed on Sundays.
Yes, everybody should have a day off.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if they will, but I'll ask, do you send things overseas? That might be tough.
Ooh, I've never done that. I was in a food, what did they have? It was right here at the convention center behind us, and it was a big food expo that I was in, and all these buyers from overseas came and wanted to buy my crackers and for me to make them and ship them overseas to Korea or somewhere. But I never did it.
Wow.
But that was exciting to know they wanted it.
Shipping might be costly. How much is the shipping, and is it within the continental United States, or does it include Alaska and Hawaii?
I would be okay with Alaska and Hawaii. I try to use a lot of times those boxes that it depends on the box and it's like a flat rate. So I try to do that too, and it makes it less expensive when shipping. They have a flat rate box.
Nice. Nice. Good to know. Good to know. You were going to make a tortilla for us today out of cassava flour. Where do you get cassava flour? And cassava is a root vegetable, isn't it?
It is. It's a root vegetable. And we have used this co-op for the last 20 years. It's called Azure, Azure Standards. And it's from Oregon. And they drive a truck down once a month and deliver it straight here to the restaurant. And so that's where we get a lot of our big items, like our kombucha or beans and red cabbage, a lot of different things that are in big bulk, dandy blend, liquid aminos. I can get 4 gallons of liquid aminos. Like you can never find that anywhere. So Azure sends it, and I'm losing my train of thought here. Oh my gosh. I lost it.
Where you get the cassava flour?
The cassava flour is from Azure. That's right. So it comes in a 55-pound or 50-gallon bucket. And so we use it so much because we have Taco Tuesday and cassava. And the reason why I wanted to show this is because there's so many people out there that want to have something that everybody else has, but they can't. And so this is the best way I have found. This is full of tortillas, and we have these all mashed and ready. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Look at this. See, and you can just pick one up and take it off and put it in a hot skillet with no oil, nothing. And you've got a tortilla. I have my hot skillet on over here, and I'm going to put one on and show you how easy. So you would just peel it off of this wax paper and put it right on and pull the wax paper off, and it's going to cook there and it'll be ready. So you could have these in the refrigerator, or you can even freeze them, and you can take one tortilla out at a time and have it. You know how you and I do the 50-50 plan? And we do the same, sweet potatoes and broccoli, And so sometimes recently I have been putting my broccoli in my cassava flour tortilla. So there's my half and half. And I'll put, if I have a tortilla, I have to stuff it full of everything under the sun that's good for me, that's green. And I don't put a whole bunch of junk in it. I'm going to bring the camera over here and show you. Here's my, it's cooking right now. And what I did was I steamed some green, some yellow chard, because I love yellow chard tacos also. And this is how simple life can be when you are just eating healthy food that doesn't have any salt, no oil, no, I don't even put any kind of seasoning on any of this. So I'm going to put this aside, and here's my tortilla press. This one's a wooden one. I don't know if you've ever seen one like this.
Well, I've seen things like that in Mexico at Rancho La Puerta. So are you going to show how to actually make the tortilla?
Exactly. I am. I have it all right here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Should I put this down lower so you could see better? Sorry. Sorry about that.
I can see the apple cider vinegar and the squeeze bottle and a green bowl.
Okay. Okay, perfect. There we go. So here's 3 cups of cassava. And first we are going to add this is like 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So what I do is I kind of make a little hole in there. And so I'm going to dump the baking soda straight in. It's just 1 tablespoon. And then the same with the baking powder. Just going to put it right in there. And if I had a second camera, that would have been great. But we're going to do what we do. And then we're going to put a little apple cider vinegar. And so then, you know how what happens there? It just boiling over. It's just activating that baking soda and that baking powder. So once that happens, I kind of like toss that around and move it around. And then I use tahini for the oil. And we don't put any kind of oil, but I'll put like 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon of cassava flour. I mean,
Tahini.
I'm sorry, tahini. Yeah, tahini. And so then I just use my hand to really squish that around and incorporate those 2 items together, 3. And then we add our warm water. And then as we add the warm, we just like somebody's grandma making those tortillas. And you just use your hand to get that love in there. And just keep adding water as you need it. And what we've found recently is really kneading it really helps get some air in there. And it pops up and makes it all fluffy, almost like a pocket. Get some little bit of exercise, workout. And, you know, I really like a larger bowl. I should have brought a larger bowl, and I might go get one because this is too small for me. I don't like being cramped inside this little bowl. I'm going to go get something else real quick. Sorry about that. Let me get this over here.
No worries. Anyone ever been to raw Fresno? Has anybody ever been to Fresno? Which of the 4 desserts would you have wanted on my plate if you could have been at my house? Esther says it was fun meeting you at the potluck. I'm going to ask your question, Arlene. Do you ever do any cooking classes or demonstrations?
You're asking me? Yeah, absolutely. In fact, in January, I will be we have a whole food plant-based group here in Fresno, it's called Central Valley. And we'll be doing some demos during that time. And I usually always do some classes in January because of the new year. I haven't set the dates on them because I'm doing my filming also. So I'm going to be on PBS, my Food That Matters TV show. So I'd like to kind of talk about that too. Did you hear about this? On the 17th, I'll be filming my second and third episode of my Food That Matters show.
What do you, and will people be able to watch it like anywhere? Will it also be on YouTube?
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube, also on my channel. And then of course, yeah, on PBS. So it's only local PBS, but they said it would possibly go national later. But at the time, what PBS do you have in Sacramento? Do you have Valley PBS, or do you know?
Because I haven't had regular TV since 2018, so I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they have public television here, though. I wouldn't even know what number is what station. I live in a whole different universe than most people, not having television.
Well, we're the same way. We don't watch TV. We do have YouTube TV, and we have a big screen in our living room, but we really just watch YouTube, and a lot of shows can play on YouTube TV. So you can see that I'm just like pushing and kneading, and you could see the texture is changing and getting sticky. And so then it's as simple as that. And I'm going to so then when we have it all ready, and it's kind of hard and gooey because it's just so dense, but we mash these little balls with we just scoop up a little ball from like an ice cream scoop, a little mini ice cream scoop. And then I get a tissue. You could use a saran wrap or wax paper. So I get 2 of those, and then I put one of the little balls straight down.
I think that red bowl you have, is it part of a set? Because I think I have the exact same bowl.
Yeah. It has all these yellow, red, orange.
Got that as a gift. It has 4 in it. And I love the purple one you were using.
Oh, I love that too. I get those from my co-op. I have to get up on a step so I can get my body on top of it because, like you said, oh, you're so tiny. Yeah, so I need to have all my body weight on top of this tortilla to squish it down. And so voila, how simple is that? And now you have a tortilla that is so delicious and simple to have for all your company. If they come over, and everybody can have tacos at the same time because you have all these already ready. You don't have to buy some that are full of oil and lard and whatever else.
I don't think I've ever had cassava even on its own.
So then here's one that I just cooked. Wait, which way is it? Right here. It has a little crunchy in it right there. And I love, like I said, look at this. This is Swiss chard that looks like seaweed. And so there's a little beautiful taco. Is my light being too shiny?
That's cute.
It's so delicious. Yep. Amazing. Put guacamole, avocado, or we make a delicious hot sauce that's made out of just jalapenos, cilantro, an onion, and just blend it in the Vitamix and put it in a bottle and squirt it on everything.
Have you ever eaten
So,
regular cassava before it was flour? Like, have you ever tasted cassava?
I'm wondering if I did in Hawaii. I don't think so. This is my container from the morning at my house. When I steam all of my vegetables, I bring it in here. And so this is all I have left. I have my beet left and a few little bits of my sweet potato, but that's how much broccoli and cauliflower I eat in my tacos. So I've had like 4 or 5 tacos today with just cauliflower and broccoli. And now my customers know that this is a deal. And so they come and asking for the chef special tacos.
Wow. How long have you been in business, Naomi?
I've been in business for 18 years.
That's a long time. That's for a restaurant. That's great.
Yeah, I've been at this location, our restaurant, for 8 years. And before that, I taught classes at Whole Foods, had a pop-up tent at Kaiser Permanente, and then had my food truck that I travel all over the Central Valley and all the mountain communities around here until I opened the restaurant. And I still have the food truck, but I haven't been using it since COVID. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I bet. Hey, you should bring the food truck to one of our potlucks or meetups here, you know?
That's what I was thinking. That would be fun.
Wouldn't that be? I mean, we could actually, we'd be happy to schedule a meetup around that, if you think it'd be a
Okay.
while.
Yeah, totally. We could do that. That'd be great.
It'd be super fun. Super
Hmm,
fun. If you guys have any
super.
questions, Naomi, put them in a chat. Have you written a book?
I do have a book. It's not published, but I do have a book that I need to publish. Um, but that hasn't happened. You know, my grandson Brody, he's 12 years old, and when he comes to the restaurant, he helps when he's out of school, and he walks in, we're opening up the restaurant, he gets the remote control and he says, I'll turn on the TV because Chef AJ is going to be on, Nani. And so he turns the TV on and puts you on YouTube. And he knows we always watch it. So he didn't want to go to school this morning because he wanted to stay here so he could be on your show with me.
Oh, that is sweet.
So I have to wave because he says, Nani, please wave to me on TV.
Aw, very
There's a picture of him. I put it right there just so I could see it to remember. I had to wave to Brody. So I
Your
wanted to
restaurant-
also,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Is your restaurant 100% raw, or because some raw restaurants like Sun Cafe, which started out as a raw restaurant, also offers cook food?
Oh, yes, we have cooked food also. We started out as raw because that's when I didn't have the restaurant. I was working, like I said, out in the elements under the tent and the truck. And so I did all raw at that time. But once I moved in here, the restaurant, we started cooking beans, adding the Peruvian Mayocoba beans that we slow cook in the pressure cooker or the hot pot. We put that on top of the hail to kale Caesar salad. Oh, and that dressing I sent to you too. I brought you the dressing and Charles ate it.
He loves it. It's in the fridge if you want me to grab it, or you can show yours.
I don't have a jar of one. It doesn't matter either way. It comes in a jar like this, a glass jar, and it's labeled with the hail to kale Caesar salad dressing. And that is delicious. And then we also have the ranch dressing. We call it Heavenly Ranch. And we can ship those also. Everybody loves those. So those are the favorites. But about the cooked food, so we make beans, and then every day we make soup. So every day we have a different hot soup. And on, like I said, tacos on Tuesdays. And then Wednesdays we have sushi. So that's cooked rice. And, but other than that, then there is other raw items. Of course, a lot of things are raw, but, and like the desserts are, but, but we have plenty of hot, good food.
Yummy. Yum, yum, yum. And the tortilla is something they can offer as order as well?
Yeah, I have some people just off the cuff, they say, can I order 12, like a dozen tortillas? And so we'll mash them out and give them to them raw for them to cook at home, or they can pick them up already cooked and they can just warm them up.
That
Either way.
sounds delicious. And you have no meetup group night right now. If people live near Fresno, maybe they could join that.
Yeah, it's called Central Valley Whole Food Plant-Based Nutrition Meetup. A gentleman, his name is Craig Sharton. He was the one that started it a few years back, and then he moved away, and so he just turned it over to me recently. And so our first meet and greet is going to be January 6th. It's a Saturday at 3:00, and we're going to have it right here at the restaurant.
Tell me what the whole name is, because I'm going to get the link and put it in the chat in the show notes. Central Valley
Whole Food Plant-Based Nutrition Meetup.
That's a long name, Whole Food.
Yeah, I didn't name it.
I'm going to see if I can find it on Meetup, and then I'm going to put the link. If not, you'll send
Thank
it
you.
afterwards.
Yeah, thank you.
So is it in Fresno, California?
Yes.
Okay, because there's, all right, let's see if we can find it. Oh my goodness. You're going to have to probably send me the link and then I'll put it in.
Yeah, maybe the word meetup is not supposed to be on there. Maybe it's just Central Valley Whole Food Plant-Based Nutrition with no meetup at the end. I'm surprised it didn't pop up.
Yeah, let's see if I can find it. So there we go. Nutrition Meetup. Central Valley Whole Food Plant-Based Nutrition Meetup. I'm going to join the group. What the heck? I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll be in Fresno sometime.
We have 760 people. That's pretty cool. I love that.
Incredible.
I'm excited about it. And, we had Michael Greger. He came about 2 or 3 years ago here because of our group. And so I already contacted them, and hopefully we're going to get him to come again to do his new book. We love all his books. We have them here. We sold them, How Not to Die and How Not to Age.
Maybe he could speak at your restaurant. How big is it?
Yeah, well, we have them actually. We have a lot of people. I mean, we filled it up. They said that his speaking here, his talk here was the largest group they had ever had. We had it at Fresno City College. And so because of having it there, it was open to the public also. And so we had, I think, 1,000 people or so.
Wow. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, I just added it to the show notes. So if anybody is going to be in Fresno, near Fresno, Naomi's meetup. I don't know if you can get the party boys to play though.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be great?
I wish they did. Well, this is wonderful. Well, thank you for all the beautiful food that you make.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so happy to share what we do here. I think, if you look at our reviews on Google, people are just really amazed and happy to find us in this food desert. But we're right by the freeway off of 99. And so people come from the LA, Southern California. We're just right off the freeway on their way to the Kings Canyon National Parks, or Three Rivers. There's so many beautiful places around here. Sequoia, Kings Canyon. And then, on their way back to San Francisco or the Bay Area.
Do you think your customers are already vegan or raw, or they're just like curious to try the vegan food?
Most of our travelers, and I say travelers because we get at least, maybe I would say 2 travelers at least every day that are not local people. They're just driving through at least, I mean, maybe 5. I mean, I don't even know the percentage, but they are either gluten-free, and everything we make is gluten-free. So usually they're gluten-free. And then the next step would be that, yes, they are vegan, or they like to have healthy food, and they're traveling and they're working. So we get a lot of people that live somewhere else, and they've just come here to work once a week. And so we get like the same repeat customers once a week. They are here and they never eat anywhere else. They only eat here when they come to town.
Well, I can understand why. Your food's delicious.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's
For the
great.
for the potluck you had, I brought stuffed marinated mushrooms. That's what I showed the last time. And
And
it was a big hit. They left the table quick.
oh, here's a question from I can't see. Dia, do you ship the dressings, the salad dressings, out of state?
Mm-hmm. Yes, because we will freeze the dressings and then in the jar and then just ship them like that. And they are excellent. As long as you don't double dip. Everybody always asks, how long do these dressings last? Because I don't have an expiration date on these. But as long as they are not double dipped, that you're going to just, scoop out with a clean spoon and close it up and put it back in the refrigerator, it will last unlimited times. I mean, I have one that I found in my refrigerator that was probably a year old, and of the Caesar, and I opened it up and used it, and it was fine still. It was, not as good as it was as soon as I made it, but it still was fine. There was no mold on it or anything, because it
Great.
doesn't have any. Go ahead.
Dia says she can't see how to order dressings on the website. So how, if somebody needs help with ordering, what should they do?
Well, they can just text me or email. I need to add all the shipping on there. I don't have the shipping on the website because it's just an interesting fact of how to do that. And I'm just a hometown girl here
I feel like that's
trying to work it all
just
myself.
some girl living in a
That's
nice.
right.
Well, thank you for these delicious treats, and my company tonight will benefit as well.
Oh, fun. I'm excited. Yeah. Next week I'm going to Tahoe, so I'll be gone. Hopefully we're not going to get a whole bunch of shipping. I've never been to Tahoe before. Have you?
I have. I won a trip there on the Wheel of Fortune when I was on that game in 1984. So I haven't been there since 1984, but I'm told it's only a couple of hours from where I live now.
Yeah, it's really close.
So if you're watching on Facebook, the reason you can't see anything is because this is a YouTube show. So you need to hop on over to Chef AJ on YouTube, and then you can see the website, all the descriptions. It's in what's called the show notes. So that's the best place to watch, so you can see everything we're talking about and participate in the chat. And yes, she said she has written a book. It just hasn't been published yet.
One of these days I'm going to do that. I'm going to get it done really quick. I got to get it published.
Great.
I can send it as an ebook. Obviously, I do have an ebook available.
Oh, but people can buy that though, right?
Yes, they can. And I apologize for not saying that earlier.
Okay. Well, you should give us the link to that as well.
Okay, I will. You're so sweet. I appreciate you, Chef AJ.
Thank you. So I hope to see you at another potluck, yours or mine, somebody's, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Would you ever come down if we had you be a speaker?
it's a 3-hour drive, right?
Yeah.
Is there a plane or a boat that can get me there?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
think there's a train.
really? Oh, that'd be interesting to find out. Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Chef Naomi.
You're welcome.
And so if you want to try these, what's behind this, these delicious desserts, you can now order that. Will be shipped in dry ice just in time for the holidays. Thanks everyone for watching another episode of Chef AJ Live. Please come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time for Kathy Hester's Vegan Kitchen. She's going to be showing you how to make some really interesting dry mixes, so you'll always have on hand a golden gravy, a beefy bouillon, which of course is vegan, and an oat-based parmesan